Happy Thursday. What's up, guys? 4 o'clock. I have an appointment. I have to go show a property. One of my listings at 5, so I'm doing it a little bit earlier. But come on in. Ask me any questions you have. Gonna hang out here for half an hour, answering any questions you have. Shauna Fitzgerald, real estate. What's up? Where you coming from? There's a few questions that people have asked me. Charbel, what's up? So we'll start with those questions. If you guys have any questions for me, anybody who's watching, just ask me. If you guys don't know who I am a real estate agent here in Beverly Hills. I work with Hilton and Hyland. We're considered probably one of the most successful luxury real estate brokerages in the world. Very fortunate and grateful to be there. Shauna, Beverly Hills, you're in Dallas, Texas. How's real estate in Dallas? I'm sure it's booming like it is everywhere else. Yorka Derkinsari, I don't know how to say that, sorry. And then we got my cousin from Colombia, Cesar. What's up, Cesar? All right, so I'm gonna start with a couple of questions. Ellen, I owe you the scripts. We're working on them. I promise. It's hot. That's good. I love that, Shauna. That's great. All right, so let me answer a couple of questions that people had already asked me. Okay, so Andres Perdomo asked me, marketing myself and cold calling. I'm not sure what kind of question that is, but let's see here. Marketing myself and cold calling. I guess he wants advice on marketing himself and cold calling. ¿Qué hubo, primo? ¿Cómo estás? Cesar. Is real estate stressful? I mean, it could be stressful, right? It's like any other business. It can be stressful. You just have to learn how to handle the stress, right? If you're good at handling stress, then I think you should be fine. I don't get that stressed out. There's times when things are stressful, but for the most part, I try to enjoy myself, have fun with the process, and not get stressed out. All right, so this guy asked me about marketing myself and cold calling. So if you want to market yourself, at least for me, what I do is I try to build a brand, right? So I have a really nice logo. I have a nice, word mark. All my marketing pieces are very consistent with all the colors and the logo. Everything is super clean. We look over all of our marketing pieces several times to make sure there's no errors. And then also on my Instagram, right? When people see you, they're gonna go on Google, right? So have a Google business page. That's the easiest thing you can do. It's free, and it's gonna give you. I think it's the best bang for your buck, although it's free. Have your friends and family, put some reviews on there, and your past clients. Zillow is gonna be another place where you can market yourself. So make sure that your Zillow profile looks clean. You have reviews on there. If you don't have any reviews on there, ask your previous clients to leave some reviews on there for you. What else? All your social media, right? Your Facebook business page is free as well. Your Instagram, that's free as well. So anything that has to do with marketing yourself, I would say just keep the brand the same, keep it consistent, keep it about you. Obviously make it about you. People want to know about you, right? You guys are following me because you want to know about my story. And I follow people because I want to hear about their story. What are they doing? How are they successful? So I think that's important, just to have, maybe write down what your brand's going to be like, what colors you're going to use. Get a logo. I made my logo on Upwork and it cost me $50. I found somebody in India and then I think somebody in Europe, and I was able to make a really beautiful logo. It's on all my marketing pieces. If I would have hired somebody here in Beverly Hills, it would have cost me $3,000 to get a beautiful logo and a word mark. I did it on Upwork and it cost me $40, right? So get creative on how to do things on the cheap, because I know starting a business is very expensive. It's costing me a lot of money right now. I have a marketing director, I have a social media director, and I have an operations manager. So I have 3 people. I have 2 part-time people, and then I have 1 full-time person working for me. So payroll gets expensive, but in the beginning, you can do a lot of things that are cheap and free. Again, Google business page, Facebook, Instagram, Zillow, right? So if you have all those nice and clean, have a nice profile, have a video about yourself on all those sites, I think you should be fine. All right. He also asked about cold calling. Cold calling is great. As you guys probably know, I do a lot of cold calling. Let me say hi to some people. D. Gunther 0703, what's up? Houdini Credit Repair, what's up? I like that name, Houdini Credit Repair. August Rain Realty, what's up, August? And then Nafi Love, my mom is here from Bogota, Colombia. Hi, Mom. Okay, so we were talking about cold calling. It just all depends on what kind of cold calling you want to do, right? You can call it expires and cancels, which I think is the best use of your time. You can do circle dialing, which is just calling a certain area. You can call like a 5-block radius, or you can call let's see here, circle dialing. Oh, FSBOs, right? For sell by owners and for rent by owners, right? So I call expireds, I call cancels, I call for sell by owners, I call for rent by owners. So for those that are going through Vulcan, so I use Vulcan 7. That's the company I use to get information from. They're a little bit more expensive than most companies, but they give the best data, right? So I was using RedX before, and I was finding myself making phone calls to people, and it was the wrong number. Vulcan also has wrong numbers, and that's inevitable. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that whichever company you're using to get phone numbers from is going to have accurate information. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting your time, and nobody wants to waste their time. All right, somebody has a question here. Ilthuk, it says, do you have any advice for a person trying to get into real estate? How can I obtain a mentor in real estate? Great question. So it's always great to have mentors in real estate, right? I have a real estate coach, so he's my mentor. So we speak, once a week for half an hour, but I have to pay him, right? But you could have, it's really easy to find a mentor. I would look in your area, look at the biggest producer in your area. Hopefully somebody a little bit older, maybe in their 50s or 60s. I think those, when you get older, you have a little bit more time to mentor people. I feel, obviously they're going to be busy, but I think in my experience, they will feel a little bit better mentoring younger people. I feel if you're going to ask somebody who's a top producer and then they're your age, they may not want to give you information if you're going to be their competition. So that's my 2 cents on finding a mentor. But I think it's great. I think it's a good idea to find a mentor, not only in real estate but just in life, right? Somebody who you can look up to. All right, so we have RJ Consulter, what's up? MHRNDZ3, what's up? Caitlin Cleary and Diane Berry team, what is up? That's a long one. Sasha Washington, what's up? Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions. If you don't know me, Paul Salazar, luxury real estate agent at Hilton and Hyland in Beverly Hills. Okay, we got some other questions. Love that cactus, by the way. Thank you. Check it out. We call it Gumby. If you guys remember that show Gumby, that's what it looks like in the back. This thing's awesome. I water it once every 2 or 3 months, and it looks great. That's the kind of plant that I like. I also have a plant up here. That's pretty cool in my room. All right. So let me know if you guys have any questions about real estate. I have somebody else here. Just starting my career, what are some tips on choosing a broker? I think if you're just starting your career, the best tip I can give you in choosing the right brokerage is training. So I don't, right now the teams are huge, right? Like there's several teams within a brokerage that are very successful, and I like that concept. That's the concept that I'm going to be using in the future, right? Is I'm slowly building my team. But there's several teams everywhere, right? In every city, every county, every state, and every brokerage has, their own teams in there. So I would just look for anybody who's willing to train you. I think that's the most important part, because the thing about our industry, it's really easy to get into, but it's not easy to learn, because, how are you going to learn? You're just going to learn as you go, or you can find a mentor, or you can hire a coach. If you want to spend the money on hiring a coach, which I recommend. What's up, Mark? What's up, Mallory, Elizabeth? So, we're getting back at, yeah. So if you're new to the industry, highly recommend joining a team that has good training, right? Training on scripts, training on listing appointments, training on how to work with buyers, training on contracts, training on the sell process. There's so many things, right? And you're not going to learn everything the first year or the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth. It's a lifetime of learning in real estate. I'm still shocked. I'm in it for 15 years now, and I'm still learning things. Every transaction there's something new that I'm learning, right? And so I'm little by little I'm just getting smarter and smarter over time. What's up, Mark? RA Home Team. What's up? Let me know where you guys are watching from. What part of California or United States. I would love to find out where you guys are selling real estate in and how the market is over there. Okay, so we went over those questions about choosing a broker if you're new in the career. All about training. You want to get trained by somebody who's knowledgeable, who's successful, who's got a great track record, right? So there's a lot of teams out there. So look for a team, interview with the team leader, and ask them if they're hiring or not hiring, if they're onboarding new agents, and ask them about their training process. You started when you were 12, right? I know. I'm 38, so I started when I was 22, 23. Yeah. It's April 2006 is when I first started. When my mom got me out of bed and said, "Hey, do you want to sell real estate with me?" I said, "Sure. Let's try it out for a couple weeks." Now it's 15 years later, and I'm selling real estate in Beverly Hills, which is awesome, right? I was selling real estate in Rancho Cucamonga when I first started, selling homes in between $200,000 and $600,000, and then I ended up moving to LA from the suburbs, and started doing luxury real estate. Yes, awesome. Yes, mom-son team was great. All right, so the next question is, let's see here. Good morning, Paul. I hope all is well. My name is Carl. I'm an agent out of Boston. I follow your page and find what you post and share to be extremely helpful. I wanted to ask you about your marketing plan that you use for your listings. I don't sell million dollar listings here in Boston, but I'm looking to set myself apart from other agents. Do you mind sharing with me? Absolutely, Carl. So, we have a very impressive marketing strategy. We don't shy away from spending money on marketing listings because I take every listing as an opportunity to showcase myself as an agent, as a brand, as a company, right? Because I'm my own company, right? So I make sure I take care of every single seller. I want to show their house in the best light. So how do I do that? The number one thing is I hire the best photographer and best videographer in Los Angeles, and that costs a lot of money, right? So sometimes I'm spending $4,000 just to shoot one property because my photographer costs $2,000 and my videographer costs $2,000. Besides that, we do a digital floor plan, we do a digital site plan. So I have a company come and they measure the entire house and they do a really, really nice site plan, floor plan. Let me show that to you. So let me show you one of our websites. So if you guys go to 986Kewen, KEWEN drive.com, dr.com, you'll see my website. So there it is. Really nice, clean website. This just came on the market at $5,495,000. I have to change the price right there. But really, really clean website, as you can see. Looks a little bit better on a desktop, but let me show you the digital floor plan and site plan that I was mentioning earlier. So that is a digital floor plan right here. Actually, that's a site plan. So it shows, and that's the floor plan, right? So people can see that on the website, and it just looks clean, guys. It looks really, really clean. That's my logo up there in my word mark that I was telling you earlier. That cost me $40. This nice logo and word mark, if you guys can see that there. It's backwards, but all right. Let me see here what people are saying. Sonoma County agent here. What's up, Mallory? Awesome. List with Natalia. Neil joined. What's up, Neil? Ellen Priscilla says, what have you found works best when sending out mailers? Ellen, the best thing you can do when sending out mailers is telling people about, I call it equity update. Let me show you an example. So, got my folder over here. This is our latest GeoFarm flyer, right? So we send these mailers out twice a month. We mail them out once a month, and then we also drop them off once a month. So so we do your neighborhood equity update, okay? So people want to find out what's going on in the area. Yeah, they can go on Zillow, they can go on Redfin, and they can find out that way. But if you send them a mailer and you tell them, you know, what sales are in the area, and then also I have right here what's happening in your neighborhood, 16 homes for sale or under contract, 35 days on market average, $2.56 million average price, $1,000 per square foot, and then in the back I have a case study of what I've done, right? So this was a recent sale in Culver City that I sold for 1.245, and I just put the results here. It was an expired listing. I cold called, obviously, how we did it, expired to sold results, and then also a review from the client, right? So that's called social proof. You want to make sure that people know that you're actually selling things. If you're not selling things, lean on your brokerage. My brokerage sold this, my team sold that, right? That's why it's important to join a good brokerage or a good team. We also have a QR code, as you can see right there. So we just invested in buying QR codes with our own logo. I think it's like $160 a year. And now for all of our brochures, we have QR codes. So let me show you my latest brochure on Qin. Look how cool this is, guys. So this is our latest brochure. It's got that site plan that I was telling you about inside here. It's a trifold. So it opens up like this. So you can see the pool. And then right here, a couple other cool photos. And then this is one of my favorite shots right here. And then in the back, a description, and then also a QR code. So people can scan that and it'll take them right to the property website. So, you know, just kind of thinking outside the box and making my stuff look really clean, I think is the most important thing. So Ellen, to answer your question, mailers is really important, just to, you know, jot down all the sales in the area so people are aware of all the sales, and also social proof. What have you done? What has your company done? What has your team done? But the most important thing is to be consistent with the mailers. Always send mailers out once or twice a month, and keep sending them for at least a year, right? Like you have to keep on doing that. And also door knock, right? You can't just rely on mailing. You got to also door knock. People want to see you face to face. Door knocking is the most efficient way to market yourself, right? Get in front of people, have a conversation about real estate. People, like, you'd be surprised how nice people are when they see you, right? Over the phone, they may not be so nice, but over, you know, in person, they're much, much nicer. Okay. All right, so we got Rojas, realtor for you. You're always being interviewed by other people who look at your listings. 100% agreed. Barry, what's up? Shauna says, would you ever be willing to do a script role play live? Absolutely. I was actually thinking about that. That's a great idea. I think I'm gonna have my role play partner Joe Kotosh in a couple of weeks, because he's a master scripts guy. He's a great sales guy. I'm still trying to catch up to his level, but he's out of Chicago, so I might bring him on. He was on probably like 2 or 3 months ago on this, and I role play with him twice a week. He's a really great asset to my to my business. Thais Arantas, is that a Brazilian name? Texas, what's up? Ingrid Fisher, what's up? Irela, what's up? Real estate MJP, what's up? Mallory asks, how many homes are in your farm for your mailers? 500 homes, actually 550. You have to do at least 500 minimum. Don't do anything less than that. Also, before you start your farm, check and see what the average turnover rate is. In other words, how often are people selling? How often are people selling in the area, right? So the average is 4%. So 4% of people in the area are selling. The area that I market it to right now, it's 7%. So I have a higher chance of getting a listing in this area because on average, they're selling more, right? So it's very easy to do. Ask your title rep, hey, let me use your title website, and you can go on there and you can see what the turnover rate is. Ask your title rep or your manager about that. It's called turnover rate. All right. Latrice LJ Johnson, what's up? Hold on, let me see here my screen. Okay, here we go. All right. Shauna says, beautiful, thank you. Real Estate MJP says, fire. Noted, thank you. No problem. Ellen, Ingrid, Fisher Realtor. Do you feel about Zillow? Do you feel about Zillow? What do I feel about Zillow? I think Zillow is great. I mean, consumers like it, and it's all about the consumer, right? We can't complain about other companies taking away our business, right? They're just being innovators. If you sit there and you complain and you get stressed about Zillow's taking my business, you just have to get better. You have to show your clients more value than Zillow, and then they'll want to work with you. So, Zillow isn't gonna. They're slowly changing the way people buy homes, obviously, and ultimately they're gonna start their own brokerage, and ultimately they want to cut out the real estate agent. We all know that, right? But at the end of the day, real estate is a very, very important transaction for people. So if you have good relationships, people are going to use you. All right, so hope that helps out, guys. I got to get going. I have a showing in 35 minutes. I have to go there early. I have to put on the lights. I have to open up the doors. I have to open up the blinds. I have to make it look really, really perfect because this is a second showing at my $2.425 million listing here in Mar Vista. I'm not sure if you guys know, but in California, in LA, in Beverly Hills area, if you're showing a property, if it's your listing, there's no lock boxes. You have to go as the listing agent and show the property to the buyer's agent and the buyer. So it's a lot more work than anywhere else. Bake the cookies. I'm not sure what that means. That's my brother, L.A. Salazar, who just started commercial real estate. So awesome. We got some more real estate agents in the family. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. I will see you next Thursday, same time next week. I'm going to have my friend Andrew Villalobos. I'm actually going to be going backpacking with him this weekend, and he sells real estate in Riverside, very successful, and he's got some great tips about what he does that sets him apart from the competition. And so if you guys have any questions for him, join us next Thursday. I think it's around 5 o'clock. I'll let you know. Make it smell good, yes. Have a good one, Paul. Thanks, Ellen. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching again. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me Instagram. You can DM me. You can call me. You can text me. It's easy to find my number. You can email me. There's several ways to reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. All right. See you guys.